Good evening. Here's the news at 9. First, the highlights. Lagos State Government trains over 3,000 unemployed youths in 2 years to fight poverty, boost wealth creation. Federal government issues 7-day vacation ultimatum to traders underneath Ido Bridge, Lagos. On the foreign scene, Ukraine nears mineral deal with United States amid plans for joint resources development. And in sport, Flying Eagles coach sets sights on 2025 Under-20 World Cup qualification. Now the details. I am John Omoaka. In a bid to reduce poverty and create wealth in Lagos, 3,006 unemployed youths were accommodated and trained by the state government in the last 2 years. Commissioner for Wealth Creation and Employment, Akiyemi Ajibotafe, made this known at the ongoing ministerial press briefing at Alausa, Ikeja, to mark the second year of the second term of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration in office. While reeling out the ministry's achievements in the last 2 years, the commissioner stated that the ministry partnered some local and international academy to provide employability skills training for over 2,000 graduates, noting that some of them were trained and retained and secured full-time jobs during their internship program. Ajibotafe hinted that additional 5,500 residents will soon be onboarded under the NG Cares to receive a monthly stipend of 20,000 naira as part of the Sanwo-Olu administration's Themes Plus agenda of leaving no vulnerable Lagos residents behind on social inclusion, gender equality, youth empowerment, and economic resilience.
Regardless of age, tribe, or social status, as a ministry, we're committed to creating sustainable employment opportunities through skills acquisition for graduates and unemployed youth, as well as nurture innovation and support entrepreneurial spirit that drives our economy forward. It is noteworthy to state that the extension of the developmental pillars of Themes Plus agenda of Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu's administration for gender equality, social inclusiveness, and the youth, our ministry's programs and policies aligns with making Lagos a 21st century economy, education, and technology to drive the vision for a greater Lagos.
While maintaining that micro, small and medium-scale entrepreneurs were not left out, the commissioner said in the year under review, a total of 1.17 billion naira was disbursed as loan to upscale their businesses through the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, which it noted created a total of 43,830 direct and indirect jobs, as well as saved 34,542 jobs. Our correspondent Adiola Kindele reports that in the year under review, 25,954 residents in Lagos benefited from the federal government's Renewed Hope cash transfer across 20 local government areas of the state. Lagos State Government has signed a joint agreement of Canada Study Tour with future perspective to train 18 youths with a theme, Empower Lagos. Speaking at a press briefing to announce this initiative, Commissioner for Youth and Social Development, Mobolaji Ogulende, said the Memorandum of Understanding is a reaffirmation of the state government's unwavering dedication to youth development, global exposure, and inclusive leadership. Ogulede noted that the signing ceremony marks the beginning of a powerful journey where knowledge meets actions, exposure inspires growth, and the empowered youths rise to become architects of a stronger and smarter Lagos. He urged the beneficiaries to embrace the program and learn with open minds and be prepared to give back positively to the society.
Study tours such as this are strategic intervention. They are bold declarations that our youth are not merely the leaders of tomorrow, but active agents of change today. We are empowering them to think globally, lead confidently, and act with a strong sense of civic responsibility. This particular study tour will focus on leadership in innovation and sustainable development, with participants gaining hands-on experience in key areas such as innovators' mindset, strategic innovation, and entrepreneurship, design thinking, business model development, governance, and digital transformation.
On our part, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Toyin Okelsointolu, said the theme is not just a call to action, but a movement, bold declaration that the younger ones are not just leaders of tomorrow, but the change makers of today. Mrs. Okelsointolu noted that the Canada Study Tour, which is the third in its series, is a transformative journey that is designed to expand minds, ignite dreams, and shape leadership skills with the best global practices.
To our youth leaders, today is about you. It is about your journey. It is about your vision and your limitless capacity to transform not only from your lives, but the future of millions like you. You are the heart of Empower Lagos. And through your dreams, determination, and leadership, Lagos State will continue to thrive and to lead.
The beneficiaries commended Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and the Ministry of Youth and Development for the opportunity, promising to be a reformed leaders of tomorrow. Lagos State government has delivered 130 billion naira in social support to 18.5 million Lagosians through coordinated interventions in the last 1 year. Speaking at the 2025 ministerial press briefing at Alausa Ikeja, Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Okpe George, stated that interventions included a transportation subsidy allowance following fuel subsidy removal, Onjeko food subsidy program, among others. George, who reiterated that the Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration's plan to balance and sustainable growth noted that the year 2020 performance stood at 87%, while it also conducted a non-expenditure framework review to enable equitable and impact-driven resource distribution.
These achievements are not just isolated wins, but they're deliberate steps for us to ensure that we make our governance approach fit for purpose and complexities of our fast-moving, evolving economy. That would help further position Lagos as sustainable infrastructure growth and improved energy governance. Big planning departments has helped to deepen policy execution, and it helped in tracking our LSDP 2052 plan. And we ensure that one of the key functions of this department is to ensure that plans are tracked and to ensure that we align all there are about 287 near-term initiatives.
According to the commissioner, the ministry facilitated significant increase in Lagos total revenue from 2.08 trillion naira in 2024 to 2.968 trillion naira in 2025, which is evident in infrastructural development ongoing in different parts of the state. Lagos State government is committed to building accessible, affordable, and a sustainable integrated transportation system that promotes connectivity to the state's rail, air, and waterways. Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Oshiemi, stated this at the grand finale and award ceremony of the Eco Move Lagos 2025 with a theme, Eco Move, connecting communities, reducing emission, the role of public transportation in achieving sustainable goals. Speaking on the theme, the commissioner restated the commitment of the state government to collaboration, innovations, as well as building sustainable transportation ecosystem, as well as reducing carbon emissions to make the community livable for all. According to him, the second phase of the Blue Line Rail Electric project will be completed by next year. Earlier, the senior special assistant to the governor on transportation, Toyin Aremu, said the week-long program emphasized the state government's unwavering dedication to sustainable urban development and public health through enhanced public transport systems in a collective vision for a greener Lagos where communities thrive and emissions reduced for a livable future. On his part, The General Manager, Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, LASEPA, Babatunde Ajayi, said according to the survey, the level of carbon emissions had drastically reduced in the state, noting that the state government recognizes the importance of transportation sustainability in enhancing the quality of life of Lagosians. The event had in attendance the Commissioner for Transportation from Ekiti State, Kehinde Ajobiewe, among others. Stories. The federal government has issued a 7-day vacation ultimatum to traders operating underneath the Ido Bridge in Lagos. The Minister of Works, David Umais, gave the ultimatum during an inspection of infrastructure in Lagos in company of the Director of Bridges, Federal Ministry of Works, Bede Obioha, Federal Controller of Works, Lagos, Olukorede Kesha, other top engineers in the ministry and contractors. Umai said work would commence in earnest at the site with demolition of unwanted structures. He said there will be weekend closure of the bridge for removal and replacement of the weak asphalt, while there will be a major closure for replacement of the expansion joint on dates to be adequately announced.
What we've agreed is to continue with the initial scope of work and do some additional structural works to protect the major structural elements of the bridge. The bridge structural elements, integrity are quite there and are very high. We've been able to see.
The minister also inspected the marine bridge in Zapapa and declared that there would be closure for 21 days for lifting of the bridge for replacement of a large number of bearings. He assured that there will be sufficient announcements indicating the diversion and alternative routes and inputs of the public for a smooth operation. Umai made a quick stopover at the Independence Bridge in fulfillment of his promise to check the condition 3 weeks after he declared the work satisfactory and permanent. He promised that bridges in the state would undergo periodic inspection for quick intervention on any defects. The Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, has announced plans for its annual celebration of International Press Week, scheduled to take place on Saturday in Abuja. This year's celebration, according to the union, is dedicated to honoring the men and women of the journalism profession, who are recognizing outstanding individuals across various sectors of governance and socio-economic development for their entrepreneurial and economic contributions to the country. In a statement signed by its National Secretary, Akchike Chud, the NUJ emphasized that the free press remains a fundamental indicator of a thriving democracy. The statement quoted NUJ National President Al-Hassan Yahya as saying that the Press Freedom Awards will not only celebrate excellence, but will also spotlight the challenges impeding the media's free operation in Nigeria. And now to foreign news. Ukraine is set to sign a key minerals agreement with the United States as both sides move to finalize the deal. Speaking on national television, Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal described the agreement as a fair, mutually beneficial investment plan aimed at developing and rebuilding Ukraine's mineral sector. The deal, which could end within the next 24 hours, framed by U.S. President Donald Trump as a form of money back for the military aid Washington has provided to Kyiv. There has been no official response from the U.S. government so far. Now sports. Flying Eagles head coach Aliou Zoumbeiru has set his sights on securing a spot at the 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Cup as his team prepares for the Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations. The tournament, set to take place in Egypt, will see the top 4 teams earn tickets to the World Cup in Chile later this year. Nigeria's Flying Eagles, champions back in 2015, are considered strong contenders in this year's competition. Coach Zoumbeiru insisted that qualifying for the World Cup is the team's top priority, stating that its players are ready for the task ahead. And that's our news at 9. But just before we go, stay alive, make use of pedestrian bridges where available. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Solu administration, 280 youths were trained in solar farm construction? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. In a bid to reduce poverty and create wealth in Lagos, 3,006 unemployed youths were accommodated and trained by the state government in the last 2 years. Federal government has issued a 7-day vacation ultimatum to traders operating underneath the Ido Bridge in Lagos. We also told you that Ukraine is set to sign a key minerals agreement with the United States as both sides move to penalize the deal. And in sport, Flying Eagles head coach Aliu Zubeiru has set his sights on securing a spot at the 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Cup as his team prepares for the Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Derayo Idu Olaiya. I am John Omoaka. Thank you very much for listening.
Don't you think